So the Boss SD-1 Super Overdrive has been around for over 40 years. I think it was released 1981, so it's one of, if not one of the earliest, it's one of the very early Boss pedals, and it's absolutely stood the test of time. And in these days, with all these boutique offerings that we have, some readily available, some not so readily available, for something that sells for, I think, $62 at Sweetwater, is it still something you should consider? I think it is. So we're going to have a look at it today. The starting track was not hearing it on its own, hearing it in the basis of a mix. But now we're going to go through some sounds. Now my bass sound is going to be clean. So obviously when you're looking at an overdrive pedal, I mean any pedal, but you can use it in so many different ways, the different sorts of combinations. People might use it on top of an already quite distorted sound for a different color. People might use it on the edge of breakup. So especially live, that would work well. It gives you a wider variety of sounds. For today, I really want to hear the sound of the pedal and not have so much color from the amp. So I'm actually running through a Kemper right now, but with a very, very clean sound. Okay, so no edge of breakup there. That's bridge pickup, humbucker mode on this PRS DGT. Okay, so again, that's the bass sound there. All right, let's put it in 12 o'clock, where it's a good place to start with every pedal. It's a lot of distortion there, right? 12 o'clock there, a lot of overdrive. So let's do something. Let's go down to, I suppose, go low and bring it up a little bit. Now the first kind of piece in the intro, I had the settings around here, so around 9 o'clock for the gain level. I just left it at 12. Didn't really change it much, but of course you can if you want to boost more signal into the front of your amp. For me, running the Kemper and everything, I left the level pretty much at 12 o'clock for this, and just adjusted the tone control to taste, but primarily looking at the gain. So turning it down a little bit, the overdrive, let's see what we get again with that very clean bass sound. So sometimes when you're looking at these pedals, it makes a difference the sort of music that you're playing or the sort of notes that you're playing. Are you doing something chordal, something arpeggiated, which that one was? Are you doing more strumming chords, a lot of open strings, more power chords, or more lead lines? So again, the amount of distortion, the amount of delay, the amount of reverb, it all makes a difference. And of course, it's all subjective. But for this one here, even if we go off, no gain. Okay, you can definitely hear something there if I turn it off. So now you're in that almost edge of breakup. So let's just bring it up a little bit to sort of, 730. That's a nice sound. That's that edge of breakup sort of thing that you can do. So you got there a lot there on tap instead of in terms of a little bit of overdrive. How about if we go into single coil mode on this guitar at least, and go up to the neck pickup. nice sound again. Barely got it on. So it's that edge of breakup type of sound that you might find in a Fender-esque sort of amp. All right, again, let's go back up to around 9 o'clock there. Plenty there. You're barely turning it on, really, and you've got a hell of a lot there from a really a strummy sort of idea. All right, how about we go in between? Let's go 10:30 or thereabouts. Again, I'm going to in fact I'll go back and just do the same chordal thing I was doing, and we'll just sort of hear that comparison. So plenty there. Again, let's now go up to, again, that sort of 12 o'clock. Same thing, just some sort of chordal work. Really nice sound. Again, it's on just a clean platform there. So let's go up to 3 o'clock. So now we're getting into where you might push the boundaries of some pedals. Maybe that they're a little bit they could be fizzy or a bit sort of fuzz-like. So let's have a look at this again. Same kind of thing. Sounds great. Not a problem with a sound that something you wouldn't use there. Let's go all the way. See what we get. Okay, same thing. Sounds great. Full boil. Sounds great. All right, let's try something different. Let's try some single coils. Okay, again, remember the bass sound clean. We want the color of the pedal. We don't want anything from a profile or an amp that you're using in. I just want to hear the sound of the pedal. Crystally sort of clean. Let's go 12 o'clock. Neck pickup single coil. I turn the gain down but added a bit of delay and reverb, again, I don't want to color it with overdrive from the amp, but I want it realistic to a sound that I might use. So why don't we try something like this? So you can get a lot of sounds out of this pedal. The low gain, when it was literally off, gave us a little bit of edge of breakup, and as you move it up there, it just sounds good the whole way. Moving up to full or almost full, it sounds great. For me, more than enough overdrive that you would ever want, whether you're doing rhythm guitar or lead guitar. Don't forget, you can put it on top of an amp that's already on the edge of breakup or already overdriven, and it'll be too much, right? You're probably feeding back, so you have to really control that. Didn't play with the tone too much. Didn't find I needed to. Again, I'm not in a track here. Just played with the level of gain today. Great pedal. I'm going to do another one later on where I compare that against some other things. All right, the Boss Super Overdrive, the SD-1, super cheap pedal, $62. Sweet water. If you don't have one, check one out. See you next time.